不准把女孩子的脚缠小了，30以下的女人缠脚的，把脚放了。
Mandarin say Captain Lin asked him to help you, so he offered you a job on his staff, foot inspector.
Foot inspector?
走开。
Foot inspector will tour district, see people no mobile feet of female children to make small. If female under 30, unbind.
Well, I certainly approve of that. Yet I suppose you can go with me until I can speak more Chinese. But will the people listen to us?
He sends soldiers, make listen.
Ask him how much I'd get for it.
姑娘要知道她的报酬是多么。
我告诉过你了。
What did he say?
Well, he said, maybe you worth something, maybe not. When you come back from first village and report, Mandarin tell you.
快决定。
Decide fast, he said. He does not need you. He make this offer to be kind.
It is kind of him. And the captain. Yes, it is young. And if I pay enough to start the inn, I have to take it. Tell him yes and thank him.
姑娘做定了，答应了，多谢省长。
很好，就这么办吧。
我们村里面正在改变我们的习惯，有一个习惯，我们把口味打破了。
Tell them it is not a bad law, it is a good law. Tell the women I am speaking to them. This law is for them and their children. It's wrong for them to hobble on crippled feet.
奶奶，这个命令对你们的小孩子是好意的，不是坏的。
闹，不准闹，大家安静的听听。
If the Mandarin knew that the people felt this way about the law, why didn't he warn me?
He need foot inspector. If anything happens to you, what does he lose?
Is there not one mother in Pichu that loves her little girl enough to let me unbind her feet?
有没有一个母亲爱她的女孩子，当姑娘把她捧着啊？有没有一个母亲爱她的女子，把她姑娘把她捧着？有没有一个母亲啊？有没有？有没有？嗯。
他们都不成。
Old person say unbind her feet.
No, the pain would kill her. She couldn't walk. Her feet have been bound too long. Tell her the law is for the children and young women. No.
奶奶，这个命令是对你们小孩子说的。
我最缺饭了，我疼孩子，他们不疼，我是缺饭。
She says, unbind her feet. Let the young woman see that she cares more for their children than they do. Do it, or she will do it herself.
No, I can't. Oh.
Tuesday! Tuesday, unbind her child's feet.
There. That is good. Don't be frightened. It won't take long. If God wanted little girls to have stubby, horrid feet, he would have made them that way, wouldn't he?
What use? The father will order them bound again.
Look at her feet. Look at them. Take these. If you want her feet bound again, you bind them. You listen to her scream, not a woman. You.
不要请教，你听到就吗？不要请教。
Oh, Yang, what is happening? What is it?
I don't know. Maybe the woman have their feet unbound. 好，小孩子要不要碰脚？好，小孩子不要碰脚。好，挺好。Mandarin is pleased with his new servant. She has done well. As reward, he make you official foot inspector. You will also carry messages for him to the far villages and stop foot binding everywhere. Besides all this honor, he gave you a horse for your journeys and 1 yuan a month pay.
I'm not staying in one chain to be his foot inspector.
This is Mandarin.
But to run the inn. I want credit arranged with the food merchants. And I want it understood that when I take his messages to the people, I am also going to tell them of my own beliefs. It's only with honesty that I can take this job. Though it was not with honesty or kindness that he offered it to me.
这是什么？
先讲，姑娘说，她到乡下去的时候，她也有成长。
我答应，这次我原谅她。她这女人有脾气，可是胆大，好。
Mandarin agree to what you ask and forgive you for the way you speak to him this time. In a world full of frightened people, he likes courage wherever he finds it, even in a rude and angry woman.
I'm the Mandarin's servant. These were the years of endless work and contentment. Soon every muleteer who traveled the old trade routes knew of the Inn of the Sixth Happiness. But my happinesses were too many to count. The happiness of being one of them, of being called by my new name, Jenai, the one who loves people. Of learning to speak their language. Of being able to talk to the people in the marketplace, to my neighbors in the fields, and my friends in every village in the mountains. The happiness of watching the seasons turn and change from autumn to winter, from winter to spring. The happiness of beginning new things that every year brought a harvest of inner happiness from teaching the children God had let me borrow. Now we learn a song that I knew when I was a little girl. It goes like this. This old man, he played one.
This old man, he played one.
He played knick-knack on my drum.
Good morning, Jenai.
Morning, Jenai.
Are you well, Shenzan?
I am well enough, Jenai.
Morning, Jenai.
Good morning.
It's okay.
How beautifully you paint, Shenzan.
It requires patience, a virtue of which I have great need.
Have the recent emissaries from the government annoyed you?
Government emissaries I am used to these days. They even want me to wear some kind of uniform. But no, Jenai. The source of my annoyance is closer to home. It is you. You have attained importance throughout the district, and with good reason. Your name is as well known as my own. You are loved by the people even more than I am. And with that I am content. Xian-san should be feared and obeyed, not loved.
But you are all these things.
Do not compliment me. Do not manage me. Do not be so Chinese, Jenai.
I'm sorry, but I meant it.
You are loved by the people, I said. But my officials, they do not love you. Every day there is another complaint about you. The official in charge of road building complains that you urge his coolies to demand more money. The prison warden complains that you badger him with questions about the welfare of the convicts. In short, they tell me that you are an interfering woman.
I probably am, Xianzang. But you have to interfere with what is wrong if you hope to make it right.
But that is what I tell them. Of what are you guilty, I ask, that you object to her interfering?
Then you don't object.
Certainly not. Bother the officials all you wish. Embarrass them. Ask them questions. Badger them. But leave the women of my household alone.
Oh.
Exactly. Did you not tell them that no human being should be subject to the will of another? And did you not tell them that to obey any man unquestioningly was old-fashioned? And have you not been teaching them to read? Where will it end? With your converting them? With hymns being sung in my Xian San Fu?
I have not tried to convert them.
Why not? Why stop at that? I'm surprised that you've never attempted to convert me.
I may be an interfering woman, Xianzang, but I'm not a completely foolish one. I know when I have met my master.
Xianzang! Xianzang, the chief guard of the prison has just arrived. There is trouble.
Chief guard, where is the prison warden?
He is nowhere to be found in Wangjing, Xianzang.
What's the trouble?
The convicts are rioting. They are like madmen. Do I have your approval to shoot them from the walls?
Perhaps it would be better just to leave them there. They will hunger in time and listen to reason. Of course, they may wreck the prison.
Before the prison warden left, he gave me orders to shoot them.
But the convicts are in the prison warden's charge to be cared for, not to be murdered. But can't this man go in and talk to them, reason with them? Or is he afraid?
It is unfair to goad him into danger. I would not order him in there to die, Genai. In this mood, the convicts would kill anyone who tried to reason with them.
But it is his duty to restore order, not to slaughter people.
Let others go in. I will not. This riot is not of my making. I'm not responsible for
You're
it.
responsible for order in the prison.
I have heard that you say everywhere you have a God who protects you from harm. Even in prison, we have heard it. Well, I have no such God. You go in. Surely you cannot be killed.
It is the safety of the soul that my faith promises, not of the body. With your permission, Xianzang, I'll go to the prison. I'll try.
I have many convicts, but only one foot inspector. Shall I lose your services so that you may save the face of your religion?
If my religion loses face, how will my service be of value?
Do not go in, Genai. Admit you are afraid.
Yes, I am afraid. Open the gate. I want to speak to you.
No! It is Genai, the one who tries to help the people.
Give me that axe. Go and sit against the wall. And rest. You're tired. Bring the wounded into the shade. Choose a man to speak for you.
Lee.
Form into a line, right there.
They have chosen me.
Who are you?
My name is Lee. I have been inside these walls for 8 years now.
And before that?
I was a teacher.
How did the riot start?
Because of hunger.
Aren't you fed enough?
Not ever enough. The warden steals our ration and sells it.
What do you do here all day?
We sit, or we pace, or we fight. Men should have work. But to the warden, we are no longer men.
Tell the men. It will change. I will speak to the Xianzang. I promise you it will change.
It has been a long time since we have tasted tea together in my humble abode.
You honor me, Xianzang.
Xianzang.
We were not to be disturbed.
Xianzang, I told Zhenai you were not to be disturbed.
Zhenai has returned. Unharmed.
Yes, Xianzang, but angry, very angry.
My foot inspector, you will forgive an interruption. Send Zhenai in.
An exceptional name, Zhenai, the one who loves people.
In Wangcheng, even the foot inspector is exceptional.
Xianzang, what I found in that prison is a disgrace to...
Yes, she is still here.
And if I am, it's thanks to you. But don't you remember? When you left, you asked the Xianzang to help me.
To help her leave, wasn't it?
To help me leave?
Ah, perhaps I misunderstood.
Perhaps I misunderstood a moment ago. I thought you said there were no foreigners in Wangcheng.
Nor are there.
I'm a Chinese citizen.
You gave up British citizenship?
I once told you that I belonged here. And the government must have thought so too, or they wouldn't have accepted me. So you see, Captain, you were wrong.
Our friend is a colonel now, though equally wrong, of course.
May I speak about the prison now?
Sit down, Jenna. I regret to say there's been a riot.
The riot is over, Xianzang, but not the misery that caused it. First, the convicts have been starved. The warden was stealing their food allotments.
He will be found and severely punished. A new warden will be appointed at once. But perhaps, as the government representative, you would prefer to rule on this case.
There's no need. You are doing as the government would wish.
Xianzang, just as important as the men's need for food is their need for work. When I left the prison, I went to a farmer nearby. If the convicts are allowed to work in his fields, he'll pay them with food. Well, this would keep them active and add to their food allotment.
Permission is given.
But one more thing. During the riot, the prison was badly damaged. It should be repaired.
The year's funds for prison repairs has already been used. Can more be obtained?
Not at this time. Our money must go to more important things.
But what could be more important?
A war. We're expecting a Japanese attack.
A war? But if this should happen, why should they attack this region? We're so poor, so isolated.
An innkeeper, foot inspector, prison reformer, and now a military expert.
Careful, Colonel. No one is more trusted by the mountain people than Zhenai. You may need her to send your orders to them. There are new taxes, new quotas for the army.
Yes, and there's a message to them. When the invaders come, they are not to be met peacefully as in the past. They're to be fought. Each man must fight. Each man must kill.
I cannot take that message. To me, killing is a mortal sin.
You're a citizen of China. You will obey its laws.
When the laws of China conflict with the laws of my faith, I know which one to obey.
the baby Lord Jesus was born in that stable in Bethlehem, several came to bow down to him and his mother, the Lady Mary. They were 3 powerful warlords known as the Magi, who brought many fine gifts. And still another, a wonderful man, a sea captain named Noah, came to visit Jesus. His ship was called Noah's Ark. The Lord Jesus liked this Noah, for he was a wise man, especially in the ways of animals, whom he often took sailing in his ark. This man, Noah...
Jan.
This man, Noah, was born long before the Lord Jesus, but men in those days lived to be very old. So no one can be sure, no one at all, that Noah did not visit Jesus in that stable in Bethlehem.
May I speak with you a moment? Since you won't take the new orders around the district, I must. Do you object to my traveling with you on your next tour?
No.
And to introduce me to the village elders?
I'm leaving tomorrow morning, as soon as it's light. But I have to stop at the prison first, if that is convenient.
Perfectly. I'll meet you here.
I remembered you as a friend. I know we think differently about things, but I can't understand why you were so hostile at the Chensangfeng.
I'm not hostile to you personally. I have few personal feelings.
With the Shenzang's approval, your new prison warden gives you leave to plant the little field outside the wall for your own use. It isn't much, but it is a beginning.
We thank you, Janai. We are grateful.
Surely that was a great opportunity for making converts. Aren't you neglecting your missionary work?
Is that what you think it is? Collecting converts the way a child collects pretty stones?
Is it anything else?
To me, it's making each man know that he counts. Whether he believes in Christ or Buddha or nothing, Colonel. Like talk to you.
All right.
It's all right, Colonel.
The government believes that our country will soon be attacked by the Japanese. When it comes, you can perform an important service by scouting the enemy. If you will help, you will be pardoned for all your crimes and become honored citizens again. You will not have to hide in the mountains like thieves. Think about it. You can be a valuable help in the North if it starts here. That's all I have to say.
Your friend makes a fine speech. He says we're all going to be heroes. If the Japanese come, we'll all be honored dead, I think. Thieves and citizens alike. Is he going to be all right, you know?
I don't know enough to be sure, but at least I got the wound clean.
Well, use your medicine to make him well. He's a good man.
He's a bad man, Hawker, just like you. But I will use the medicine if your men don't rob or kill for 8 weeks.
4 weeks. I can kill you and take the medicine.
Go ahead. No killing or robbery for 8 weeks, or I'll let this man rot.
All right. But you're getting very hard, and I like a man.
If Dr. Robinson could see me now, with my convicts, my bandits, and you.
Still, I wonder if in England you wouldn't have had a more normal life. Marriage, children, and all that.
For some people, that never happens, no matter where they are. I have always felt that I was one of those. Maybe Håka is right. I am like a man.
It's a warm night. Why don't you come for a swim with me? Håka was wrong, Janai. You're not like a man at all.
This village we are coming to will be our last visit. We head back for Wangchang in the morning. The baby should be covered. Do you want it to die that you treat it so?
If it dies, I'll get another. It is easy to get babies. Ask your man.
Be quiet. Did you steal this child?
No, no. It's a girl child, worthless. A beggar gave it to me. I hope you find a good woman with a heart full of pity who would take it.
I'll take it from you. I'll adopt it.
But I need money.
How much?
Janai.
10 yuan.
Janai, you can't be serious.
All I have with me is this lucky piece I brought from England. Could you lend me some money?
Not for this idiocy, no.
6 English money.
No,
Take it. If you don't, the child will die and you'll have nothing.
Don't you see how stupid and pointless this is? You can't adopt every abandoned baby in China.
No, just the ones I'm offered.
What are you going to do with her?
Call her 6, I think. Do you like it?
I said, what are you going to do with her? What do you know about babies?
What is there to know? When they're dirty, you wash them. When they're hungry, you feed them. We'll find an inn and do both.
I will feed the baby, Janai. I spoke to my husband about it. Why don't you let us keep her? We have no girls.
No,
Aren't you being a little selfish? It would be more right for her to be with them.
I like her. I don't want to give her up.
Where will you eat, Janai? You and your friend?
Janai and her friend will eat outside, so that they may quarrel in peace like true friends.
Why do you think it's more right for 6 to stay with them? Because you think she'll mind one day having a white mother?
Because you may mind one day having a Chinese child.
But how can you say that?
Because I know. My mother was Chinese. My father Dutch. He took us to his country after China made him rich.
It was a great novelty having a beautiful Chinese wife. So the embarrassments started coming, and the insults. And he divorced her and sent her back. She was a gentle little woman. She never recovered from it. He kept me with him. Empty man needs sons. And I didn't look very Chinese as a child. But then the day came, I wasn't a child anymore. And I don't want 6 ever to tell you what I told him the day I left him.
But you were hurt, Linan. Oh, do you think I would ever hurt a child?
No. You wouldn't. But what if you marry?
Oh, that won't happen.
You said it before. How can you be so sure? You've never met anyone you loved?
Nor anyone who loved me. No, I am not attractive in that way.
But don't you know you're beautiful?
Once in her life, every woman should have that said to her. I thank you for being the one who said it to me. Oh, it's late. I better go in. May I have the baby?
can't wait to see the Xiansang's face when he hears his foot inspector has a baby now.
He'll take it calmly. They always light firecrackers when I come home. Hello, children.
No scoldings. They were good.
We were wonderful.
The noise scared her.
Ah.
These are my children. This is my big daughter, Solan, and my little girl, Maida, and my big son, and my little son, Bao Bao. Children, this is Colonel Lin.
Mother, you forgot to say my name. It's the same as yours, Lynn.
Lynn?
Yes, yes, we call him Lin. Children, this little baby's your new sister. Her name is Sixpence. Yeah, we can handle one more, can't we?
You can find me more trouble than four.
I found Lin soon after you left, and I felt you were my first friend in China. So naturally, I named him after you. I hope you don't mind.
No, I don't mind.
And so you lectured her on the difficulties of raising children. She thrives on difficulties. She's a very forceful woman.
Yes, yes, she is. But she's also gentle and trusting. She walks through a world full of evil and sees only children. Not complicated or cruel. Just untidy ones, needing to be washed and fed and loved.
I see this trip has been eventful for you. And for Jenai?
I don't know. In any case, I shall be leaving soon.
And returning?
No.
Are you troubled, Colonel?
Confused.
A sign of growth. When first we met, you were not capable of confusion. You were sure of everything.
That's the way I must be, Xiansang. My life is planned.
A life that is planned is a closed life, my friend. It can be endured, perhaps. It cannot be lived.
Excuse me, Xiansang.
Write a letter to Jenai. Write and tell her the Colonel sings the praises of my foot inspector, which honors me, and ask her to dine with us this evening. Also tell her I am sending her something which was intended as a gift for her name day. I think this is a more appropriate occasion.
Shendrang, are you well?
I am well, tax collector. This is our guest, Colonel Lin.
Our city is honored, Colonel. The Honorable Foot Inspector.
I thought it would give you pleasure if she joined us. Look at the elders. They're stunned. They've never dined here with a lone woman before. Officially, that is.
Are you well, Xiansang?
I am well, Jenai, and well pleased. My foot inspector is beautiful.
So you see, Jenai, more than one man has told you that.
It's the Xiansang's gift that is beautiful.
Yes, that too. I am also well pleased with my own judgment.
No disrespect to Xiansang's gift. It is his foot inspector who is beautiful.
You're confusing me.
Many people are confused these days. Let us have dinner and wine and music and discuss it further. We will dine.
When you left me at the inn, I thought you were angry.
You were wrong, Jenai.
Colonel, Jenai. Colonel, I'm afraid it is the old China which impresses Jenai.
No, I like all of it. I know there are beautiful things in other places, but I couldn't see until I came here. Sometimes I think my life really started in China.
Just a few minutes. Well, it seems to be starting. Enemy troops are massing at several points at our borders.
Is my city in danger?
Not yet, certainly. Though you never know where they'll strike or when or if. Shinsang, I must go now. May I ask a favor? A moment alone with Jenai.
Go into the garden.
I told you once that I have few personal feelings.
You were trying to be unkind.
Perhaps I'm being even more unkind now. I have many personal feelings. For you, all of them. What I wanted to say to you, I tried not to say. I was afraid to say. But I cannot leave with the words unsaid.
There's nothing you can't say to me.
Would it offend you to be loved by a man of another race?
It would honor me.
That makes me very happy. So let's leave it this way, Jenai, till I come back.